Fuck, he's eating more food. The fact that this guy's struggling makes me think I should talk to him. Oh my god, he's got a blaze though. Hey.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
What's up? You alright, buddy?
God. He was about to kill me.
Yeah? God, look what you guys did. Like, it's embarrassing. I don't like doing uncomfortable kills like that, guys. Like, stop telling me to kill everybody I meet. You guys are making me look bad, honestly. Like, I don't like this expectation you guys have over my head that I gotta kill everybody. Clearly a noob. Ooh, got that blaze though. Yeah, it's you guys. It's honestly all you guys. I'm disappointed. Ooh. Chill. That's on me. We ruined his armor. It's a little bit of karma. Like, I thought we should team with him, then I saw that blaze and I figured out we gotta get it. And then he turned on me and immediately saw me, so that screwed everything. If he yelled, I don't want to die. It depends how his cry sounded. If it feels like a good cry, probably would have saved him. If it feels like a nasty, ugly cry, nah. Pathetic. Okay, so where are we gonna find some blaze shots? Gamma. Yeah, I can give you guys gamma, it's just I was gonna try to use the flashlight instead. And we must navigate with the stars. We're playing Livonia to start. We might swap it up later though, depending on how full it stays late night. How do you navigate with stars? So you're gonna have to look some stuff up because my problem is I learned Trinaris and Livonia way before I needed to use the stars to learn anything. But apparently some of the real life navigation transfers over to DayZ as well. So if I can find like the Little Dipper and the Big Dipper, I could try to show you. I'm kind of a noob at it though, because I learn it and then I don't use it, so I forget it. But yeah, look it up. All the info is out there. Zach, I did. I felt like a robot, dude. I slept for like 4 hours, set an alarm, woke up, went to the farmer's market, got what I needed, went back to bed. And I'm thinking like, man, back in school I would like not even have this much motivation, you know, like farmers market's legit, dude. Getting those blueberries, those fresh peaches, I'll fucking wake up after 2 hours. Worth it. Alright, let's go to the water pump somewhere else. I don't feel safe here. You met your wife at the farmer's market? Well, it's actually a good place. So you knew that she was the one. Oh, we're already here. Let's keep going. Shit. Nice. He's loaded. I think we're ready to check this one. Man, I was gonna go for some spawn zone nonsense, but if we got a blaze, we should probably take the life a little bit more serious. Especially early in the night, since things tend to get a little bit sillier as it gets later. But yeah, anyway, I feel bad that I can't teach you something. Isn't there like a northern star that we can find right now that always shows us north? Is that the northern star? So we got the Dipper right there, right? Big Dipper. And then what's that one there? Yeah, there's something else right there. What is that one? Left of the Big Dipper. Oh, that's the northern star you're saying? Whoa, what is that little thing? So that might be the northern star right there. No, that's not it. Is it left or right of the Big Dipper? It's one of those two, right? Orion's belt is the line. Okay, so that's Orion's belt. I gotta look it up again. True, I do have a compass to help. North would be directly that way. Yeah, pimp. So Ulterior kind of it's the same deal with Bitterroot. Some of the main servers are European, so I might have 170 ping. And during the hours I play, Alteria is like 15, 30 players in it. You know, I might have to get on really early in the morning to get a full server for it right now. I think it's been the same story for a long time, but it's just a little bit of a shame that we don't have a little bit bigger variety of American servers that host the new modded maps by now. You know, a lot of people rely on Day 1, but like the truth is Day 1 can't host all the maps, all the servers, host, you know, house all the players. So we need a few other server groups to step up and host stuff like Bitterroot and Alteria. And they do, they're awesome, but they tend to be European. So we need a few more US people. And then, you know, and then when one pops up, they're selling priority slots, and they got, you know, some weird admin, you know. So it's like, eh. Why don't you do it? Because I'm not a server owner. I mean, I'm not a server admin. I like playing the game. Is selling priority slots bad? It's not always bad, but like I usually don't play on a server that does it just because it creates a list of you know, there's a bunch of people in the front of the queue that have paid for priority, but they're still in a queue amongst other people that have paid for priority, and then the back of that line are people that aren't willing to pay. So you know, that's the closest thing to pay to play there is in the game. But I see it, you know, some server groups are like, well, we need the funds to support our monthly fee, and we want to support the people that are our main players that have been around to help us grow up to the point where we got full with a massive queue. So like, it sounds cool and all, but it tends to be money milking, you know. It tends to be more about money than trying to host a good place to play. Why is Green Hell in the Mall so quiet these days? Green Hell in the Malls tend to be like very hardcore. It was tough. Not everybody wanted that hard of a survival situation with like the super like radioactive bears and stuff. And like the invisible bloodsuckers, but I thought it was sweet. The problem with Green Hell servers, man, is I feel like they're awesome, but they always get... It's always like really unlucky bad timing where like they'll release a new server and then DayZ will come out with a new official update, or like some other modded map will come out and take the attention. You know, so people love Green Hell. People love Deadfall, especially, like they really blew up with Deadfall this time around. But their Namal server has always been a little bit more niche. I guess we'll take that, even though it looks kind of baggy. Ooh, nice. Vitamins. Alright, we're almost next to that water pump. It's going very quiet. We only saw one guy there and I killed him to take the blaze. Rusticated, I don't miss him because that was my whole life for a long time. It's just sniper DayZ, just spawn in, go get a ghillie suit, get a snipe, search for bullets, you know, sit out in the hills, snipe people. It's great, dude, but as your channel gets bigger, you start to worry that the more sitting around you do sniping from a hilltop, the more obvious you are. and you feel a bit pressured to stay on the move because all eyes are on you, you know what I mean? And some days everything we get into is random organic, other days we have a handful of people trying to hunt me down. So sitting around sniping is like only helping them. Whereas if I stay on the move, at least I can maybe see them first. Or maybe I can, you know, dodge the shot they take or whatever. Or make them make so many navigational choices that it's blatantly obvious that they're sniping, you know what I mean? But no, I mean, I feel like for me, I was in a certain frame of mind for DayZ in the early days, played that way for thousands of hours, then you swap to a different playstyle, go with that. You know, it's like the playstyle keeps evolving, and I don't really miss, the only thing I miss is going into a server and not worrying about what I just explained, you know? Not worrying about the fact that you have 5 people possibly trying to hunt you down. That is the only thing that slowly deteriorates as we go forward. But lately, dude, I've been trying to swap to random servers, and if I get the timing right, we get some good times in. Oh, also, DayZ kind of nerfed the long-range sniper gameplay. Like, back in the day, you would just one-tap a guy across the map. It was over. It was cool, fun, but now they have so many unconscious states that happen, where, like, you just get knocked and then wake up and run away, that the sniper fights aren't as good as they used to be, I guess, or not as satisfying. But it might be for the best, so people aren't just going right to black screen all the time. But I know the Day 1 admins are always fans of having at least 1 or 2 really good top-end snipes that kind of bring the old days back a bit. Like, you mean like the surroundings of the next DayZ game? Well, if you look at Armor Forger, they're doing this, it's like Everon, I think the map's called, so instead of Chernarus, they're on Everon. So go check out that landscape, it might be what we're getting in the future. Oh, it's your guy. Going to the bunker. The bunker is always an endgame mission, but it depends if we find a convoy and if we find the punch card at it. It's really just random. Yeah, Sakal and Frontline are the same thing. So Frontline is like the code name, Sakal is the actual map name. Frostline is like the project that involves the map. Just like Livonia was called Enoch when it was in Arma, but then when it was transferred over to standalone, they called it Livonia. Paul, we've only played it a few times, but I would check other people's channel for Armor Forger stuff. I know it's gotten some new updates lately. But it is something we should play more of. Is this mobile? Or Gamma? Nope, this is your Gamma right here. Jeez. Sometimes it feels good, other times not so much. Oh, fuck. Yeah, JC, some of my best memories were playing the original Battlefield on Bridge Too Far, setting C4s on helis and watching them take off just to blow them up. Nah, Brad, I never played Miscreated, so I watched some people play it, and I saw some clips from Sequisha playing Miscreated. And I was, you know, it looked fun and funny, but it looked a little bit too silly and cartoonish to replace my love for DayZ, you know, so I never tried it. I should have, but I had I had this weird complex where you think everything else is kind of like a joke compared to some of the badassery that you can get into in DayZ. Like when you look at the early days of Miscreated, the early days of 7 Days to Die, Rust, like all these other survival games, I just can't take them serious as compared to like when you finally see a player in DayZ and he's shooting at you and your blood is pumping. I'm like looking at those games thinking, man, the way the character model waltzes around is making me laugh out loud. Like, I don't know if I can do this, you know, but I wish I would have. I should have played it. But maybe there's a reason it died off. I don't know. I'm not sure what happened with Miscreated, but I don't think it's around much anymore, right? Mechanically, the way the player models waltz around in games like Scum and Miscreated ruins a lot of the immersiveness for me. Like, they look silly the way they're like walking around the atmosphere, the way they sprint around, you know? I think that's the first killer I notice, is like player models and the way they move. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, it's just if you're trying to look for like an authentic, gritty survival game, player models go a long way. And some people want more of a silly, casual experience, that's fine. But I think that, didn't they also have like third-person servers, maybe not too many first-person? I can't remember how that goes. Maybe you could swap back and forth in that game. Yeah, I think some of the DayZ character models were based off of developers, but not all of them. Oh yeah, did they use like a real model to make it though? Possibly. Just a little smoke grenade down there, nothing to be crazy about. Pimp, if we're playing on a Saturday night, you can bet your ass the server's full, to the point where you don't have to ask that. Just try not to ruin that helmet. Nice. Alright, we gotta find some throw rate shots. Those guys are close. Yeah, Pig, I think the tanker helmet has a little bit of protection. It's probably better than nothing. I don't know. DayZ's gone back and forth with the damage absorption through gear, so I'm not really sure where some of the items are at. It should have good insulation. Yeah, Mahogany, I know for a while we had a few, you know, people that were trying to re-upload my stuff on a different YouTube channel and maybe run ads to get money or something. But the actual Smoke Archive channel is mine. So we have the main channel and Smoke Archive. Thanks for checking that out, dude. you know, Eric, we got Sci-Fi, Adam, MacGyver, Ragged, and Deathmatch. Thanks for coming in and supporting. Yeah, thanks for asking. Run on Bitterroot was very dramatic. I know. I wish I would have handled it in a different way, but what's done is done. I can only hold back so long. Alright, so what do we got here? I need to find something to eat. Maybe we get some tactical bacon for luck here. Nice. Yeah, we probably should have caught at least one fish after I got that guy's rod. Oh, nice. Oh, just a couple of bullets. Open repair kit. What the? The light looks so good. Ooh, nice. Shit. Stoked for Frostline, you're right, I am. I think, you know, getting a new official map that's supposedly 4 times the size of the Molsk. It's going to be on PC and console. It's going to be quite the moment, or quite the couple of months to a couple of years, you know. Hopefully we get lost in it for, or hopefully it's that thing that we want to play for at least a year, instead of just being a quick flash in the pan for a couple of months, you know. Yeah, I got big hopes. It's just a little bit of pressure right now, because I'm thinking, man, let's make the most of the maps that we have right now, just in case the call totally takes over our interest and everything else for like months or a year plus to come, you know. Because like I love all these maps, but I don't want all the hype for other maps to die down, because right now I feel like the community has worked really hard to make a bunch of maps interesting and a bunch of different servers interesting all at the same time. But when Sakal drops, it might just be like everybody wants to play nothing but Sakal, and then once everybody gets their fill, they're going to want to go somewhere, And I just hope that those maps and servers still maintain some speed, you know what I mean? So I'm excited, but I'm also just a little bit stressed at the same time, but it should be good. I think that's life. You're excited but stressed. And, you know, stressed also hoping that it's good, or like hoping that it's good enough that it's going to keep our interest for a certain amount of time and all that good stuff. Hope it has a good amount of progression, big enough spawn zone, a bunch of different paths you can take through the map, not just doing the same loot run every time you die. You know, there's all kinds of different boxes that we hope are checked with the map, so we don't want to say too much until we play it a little bit. Yeah, is there some kind of special mission built in where you have to get a keycard and go to a bunker, yada yada? Is there like a dark tunnel where you need a mask to get into? We'll see. Wow, Scott, thanks for watching YouTube, man. If you're asking why haven't they made a certain type of map, I think it's because making a good polished map is a ton of work. It's a big time investment. And yeah, it's either going to be community made or the devs just can't justify building a map from scratch from the ground up for some reason, you know. It wasn't until recently that I think Bohemia realized that DayZ is worth investing more time into. You know, that's why we're getting Sakal. But it's not necessarily made from scratch. They're using Tanoa from Arma 3 as the base, and then they scraped everything to rebuild Sakal on top of old Tanoa. And instead of, you know, hot jungle Tanoa, now we have cold Sakal with different meat on the bones, you know. So apparently, you know, making a map is not just a quick thing. You know, it's going to be a lot of work. And then you spend all this time, you work your ass off, and then you make this modded map, and it still comes out looking a little bit unpolished when you put it next to the official maps from the devs. There's just something about it. Unless you're insanely talented and you spend a lot of time, you might look up at a mountain and say, wow, that just looks modded. It looks blurry and uninteresting or something. And some people don't care about that. Others are spoiled by the official maps. Or, you know, sometimes you spawn into a modded map and you look around and you're just in this big, empty, blurry field. And there's like one point of interest out in the hills, and you just don't have the motivation to explore it based off of what you see. But again, if you're really desperate for a new map, you're almost willing to play anything. Man, I do need food bad. Fuck. We got away from the spawn zone to take care of the blaze, but getting food was also taking care of the blaze. Favorite pizza topping, dude. Look, it's way too early in the stream to be talking about pizza. But, I got a soft spot for, like, spicy chicken, buffalo chicken pizza. I just can't eat that dough because it fucks up my stomach. I gotta find different pizza dough alternatives. Ooh, nice. Got no pistol yet, though. Man, we didn't get any food. I guess we have to go back and fish, unfortunately. I didn't want to, but we gotta. Do you have a gluten allergy? Probably. I should get tested, but yeah, my dad, my siblings, people in my family all have gluten problems, so I'm sure I do too. And I can feel that I do, because I've said it before, like if you put a sandwich next to me, like a big sub roll that's white bread, and I'm trying to finish it, I'll get full way too quick. But if you put it on like, the same amount of food on like a little thin wrap or something that's made out of different, like gluten-free wrap, I'll eat the whole thing immediately. So, yeah, I definitely got some gluten problems. Legs ahead of you. Yeah, there's a pond up there, but let's get the shirt thing down here. Well, yeah, Ross, America's food, but also a lot of the breads and wraps you buy at the store are junk. I couldn't find a single wrap in my local grocery store that doesn't have some junky ingredient in it. I'm about to make my own tortillas. Yeah, I use the sourdough bread. I've totally swapped over to sourdough. At first I was getting it from the grocery store, but now I just buy it from the farmer's market every weekend. And yeah, it's amazing. It doesn't make me feel like shit. Oh, there's a guy down there. I'm gonna suck at it at first. Yeah, I'm debating if I should do buy some kind of tortilla press or do the roller. It's creeping around. Oh fuck, I think it's two guys at that water pump. Definitely two guys. Oh shit, that guy might see me. Alright, so predicament we're in. We're down to starvation, but I got a really nice blaze rifle I want to keep, so let's avoid the players, catch a quick fish, and then get back up here. Cast iron. Yeah, I was wondering about that too, if I would do them one by one in a cast iron pan or do them in the oven somehow. Lone check, if you're talking about Livonian Trinaris, tends to be 60, 70, 80, but since that's a custom setting, I normally don't like talking about it anymore. But just know that if we're playing on a Saturday, it's going to be a full server. If we're playing anytime, it's hopefully going to be a full server. That's always the goal. And if it gets too low, and I know it's too low, we're going to swap for sure. Yeah, making cauliflower. I've actually had the cauliflower crust pizza from places, and it's really good. It's not that it's good, it's just as long as the toppings are good, you don't even notice. Come on, give me a can of beans. Yo, what's up, Rain? When you come and Hunt Showdown, there's a new map coming out. It would be awesome to see you play it. Yeah, so I feel bad. I kind of passed up on it was like a sponsored opportunity to check out Hunt with the new update on the 15th. But I feel like I should really just play the damn game without a sponsorship, just to learn the basics. So, whenever that new update drops, maybe we'll try Hunt Showdown for the first time. Apparently they're doing a bunch of cool stuff, like adding bullet drop, centering the crosshair. They're adding some new map and like upping the graphics or something, so I might check it out. Yeah, Alex, they nerfed the rogue in D&D, but then they reversed something to do with the invis. So it's like half nerfed, half not bad. I gotta look into it again. I don't know, dude, I'll be honest with you, I think Hunt Showdown's an amazing game. It's something I should play, but when I look at it, it just doesn't attract me. Like the gameplay, all the HUD that's on the screen in front of the beautiful graphics, like, just turns me away for some reason. But I'm sure it's a lot of fun to play, so I gotta try it. I think I always wished Hunt Showdown had like a hardcore mode where there's just nothing, no HUD on the screen. It's just like DayZ, but it has a little bit of guideline to it, you know? Gunplay's so good though. Yeah, I watched this like super sweaty dude play a little bit of Hunt on YouTube after that sponsorship opportunity came my way. And like, dude, the upper echelon of players are so fucking sweaty with it that the gunplay doesn't look that good, because they just shoot the guy one time with a rifle from across the map and he's dead. But I'm sure at the lower levels it's more noticeable how good it is. I don't know. It just seems a little bit mega sweaty at the higher levels is all I'm saying, but that's probably any game. I'm sure what you mean is the gunplay satisfying, like it feels good to blast a guy. Feels good to one-tap him with a shotty or something, or a magnum. But it just looks a little bit, I don't want to say easy. Oh yeah, something about they changed their matchmaking system, which allowed much more cheating or some crap. Is cheating a big problem in Hunt Showdown right now? And it probably goes without saying, it's always gonna be a problem, right? Shit's for babies, bro. This game's for fucking babies. Ooh, there we go. Okay, we need a worm. Any new good maps to try out? Haven't played much. Yeah, so the new maps that people have been going through phases of are Deadfall. Check out Green Hell Deadfall. It's a very modded map. Very unique map, I should say. Obviously it's modded. And then Bitterroot just came out, fully released modded map. And then the guy that made Derail made a smaller map called Alteria. So I'd say Deadfall, Bitterroot, Alteria, and then there's honestly another handful of maps too that I can't think of right now. And Livonia is obviously free to play now, or it comes with everybody's base edition of DayZ, so it's a bit more popular now. Oh yeah, Banov got a new update, right? I'm still trying to figure that out, Uri, the Bitterroot server situation. If it was looking plentiful, I would have started with that today, but it's not super plentiful right now. Nice, there we go. Let's get one more. The dinosaur server up, so the people I mentioned in Green Hell, it's the same admin team that made the dinosaur servers, so their focus right now is probably Deadfall, but they could be cooking up a new dinosaur update eventually. But yeah, just add the Green Hell servers, get in their Discord, and you'll know all the updates going forward. Yeah, they tend to focus on like one unique project, and then once it fizzles out, they might come up with another updated, unique server or map. So we'll see what they do. Bitter as horses. I know, I'm not sure if I'm excited about the horse mod. I gotta actually feel it out and see if it feels good. I don't look forward to spraying down a horse with my AK to get him all, or to kill the guy, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, night shift. That's a sad reality of new servers, man. Yo, Dylan, thanks for the 10 months, dude. We got Pimp Style, Shower Beers, Ross, Negative. We got Rise. Thanks for the big resubs. When does what come out? You talking about Sakal? So the new official map comes out later this year. They keep saying 4th quarter, so probably November, December. Anything you want to see in DayZ 2? I mean, sure, there's a lot of stuff I want to see in DayZ 2, but I think there's something to be said about interesting looting. Like when we go inside of a house and we just run around scanning the floor. It might be cool if we can go into a house and like physically open a drawer and then look at the stuff inside of it. You know, not just like a loading bar, not just a search bar that says, oh, you found something, but more like Resident Evil 8 where you have to open the drawer and then still look inside of it to grab the shit, you know? Like more interesting looting, more variety to like what you know, different house interiors and shit, I think would go a long way. Make it so like if I enter a decent sized house, I'm gonna be in there for a little bit actually checking it instead of like speeding through it like a psycho, you know? So if you're hunting somebody, you know he goes into a house, it's like, okay, he's gonna be in this house for a minute, you know? Instead of him just running right back out full speed like a psycho. Alright, nice, that's all we need. Yeah, or maybe make it so the community isn't split 3 different ways, make it first person only right off the bat. You used to be able to pop a multi and eat food raw. I think you might still be able to do that, but it feels a little bit cheesy. Eating like a 1-a-day men's vitamin and then slamming some raw meat. It's kind of like, what? Holy crap, dude. Midas. Thanks for the gifted sub on, man. We had Bubblegum. Thanks for the brand new sub. Mason. Thanks for the hookup. And now Midas, dude. 20 gifted subs going out. Check and see if you guys are one of them. Alright, we gotta get a fire going. Bitch, why do you keep asking me about World of Warcraft, bro? You know I ain't playing that shit with you. Oh no. Bitch, man, look what you did, dude. Ooh, nice. I need those right now. Oh yeah, so obviously we talked about more interesting looting in a future DayZ, but also... Oh, hey. What's going on? You speak English? Cool. You got a mic? I can't hear you, bro. But dude, just for my own safety, alright? I'm gonna keep this out. Because I can't hear you. You're kind of scaring me. And you got a knife out. Alright, dude. Maybe I'll see you in a minute. I gotta meet up with my buddy over here. He gave me the heart. I'm not ready for love. Just too early. What would you recommend running for a duo in D&D? If you're brand new to the game, I think in a perfect scenario, I've thought about this a lot actually in the early days, if you're both noobs, and you have that one friend that you're kind of like forcing to play and they don't really give a shit about the game, or maybe they're kind of casual, but you want to check the game out, maybe you start as fighter, and then you tell them to go cleric so they can heal you, and they might just fall in love with being the support player because they're not like super serious in the beginning anyway. But honestly, one of the best comps is probably fighter cleric duo, if they're just really good, you know. But you got all these crazy wizard, warlock, ranger, ranged combos you can go with too, so there's a lot of good duos. But fighter cleric is probably the most rock solid, you know, or just rock stable. Alright, let's see. That's all the wood I need. True, I look geared, but I'm not. That's very true. I didn't realize that until now. I look juiced out of my mind for the spawn town. see if somebody's around here. Oh, Scotty, for this summer, I'm just calling my stream schedule pretty random. You know, some weeks it's every other day, late night East Coast after dinner time. Other days I just randomly jump on early, you know, so it's just pretty random right now. But I'll always make a post on Twitter. I'm also trying to be kind of healthy this summer. More healthy than I have been in the past. You know, getting good sunlight, exercise, eating right stuff. You know, going to the farmer's market on the weekends super early, so I'm not on as much as I could be, but I also kind of like fucked up my back a little bit, so it's actually not that good for me to be sitting in a chair for 12 hours every day like I used to. So, trust me, if I'm not on, it's just because I'm trying to improve myself for later this year when we have sick call, you know. It's not because I don't want to be here, it's just that I'm trying to focus on my health so I can be here, you know what I mean? I'm good, but, you know, you turn 30 and you start realizing that your fucking body aches from all the stuff you haven't been paying attention to, so... I'm good, it's just some days my back is fucking me up a little bit. Well, some of you guys say wait till you're 40, but that's the thing. I'm trying to be that guy that's in, like, his 40s, and he's like, oh, I feel better than I did in my 30s because of what I did, you know? So I feel like I'm lucky. I've always had family and siblings that are a bit more on the health-conscious side, and so I know what I gotta do. You just gotta stick with it, you know? And for me, like, I'm trying to gain weight. I'm not trying to lose weight or anything, I'm just trying to be healthy, you know? I'm trying to put on healthy weight, healthy muscle, instead of just not eating enough to make any good changes, you know? Some days I just wasn't eating enough, actually. Sometimes when you're streaming, you forget to eat enough. Or just gaming in general. Alright, let's do this somewhere else before I get ambushed. You're a 44-year-old powerlifter, yoga will fix the back issue, trust. Oh, I know. And I'm starting to do more of it, but I don't do enough. It used to be like, oh, yoga, what a joke. My sister would try to tell me about yoga when I was too young to appreciate it, but now that I'm older, I need to educate myself on it. That's the thing, she could teach me everything I need to know. I just gotta sit down and learn. Lodge to your right. Oh yeah, there's a little hunting lodge over here to our right. It could have some 308. I don't know if I checked it earlier, but maybe not. Well, sometimes when people say yoga ruined their back, maybe you had bad form doing it, maybe you did it the wrong way for too long, but... yeah. Some people, maybe their body is so, like, broken that when they do certain moves, they're only making it worse, so you gotta do the beginner stuff before you do the advanced shit. Yeah, maybe a good thing to do is start hanging from a bar every morning. I don't really have a good bar that I can set up right now in this apartment. But it feels nice to go to the gym and use their stuff. Alright, well, we saw those two guys looting this place. They're probably quite a ways ahead of us now. Problem is they're taking all the goodies. Let's just drink a little bit more while we're here. Yo, Craig. Thanks for a 3-year sub, dude. We got Serbius, Loose Tooth, Pure, High Endurance, and Sue. Thanks for all the mega resubs and prom subs. Alright, we checked this place, and then those other two guys probably did, so let's skip it and go to the mill base. Keyboard of mine, Bradley, it's a Leopold something something. It's like a 750 Leopold, can't remember the code name. But the main thing is it's a tankulus, so it doesn't have the numpad on the right side. I like that size. And it's got red switches, I think it's got the silent reds. I wanted to buy like a certain really nice mouse or keyboard that someone recommended, and I was looking it up and it wasn't in stock, but Leopold was, and it was on a slight sale, and I figured it's probably good enough, you know, almost as good as the other one. So I remember I used to have a CM Storm Tankulus for years, and it was really solid, even though CM Storm doesn't seem like a top brand. First I had a CM Storm mouse and I was like, I gotta get one of these crazy good, you know, like a Zoe mouse or a Steel Series, whatever. But, there's nothing wrong with a CM Storm keyboard. Clofin, it's really interesting. You gotta look it up. The differences between mechanical switches like red, brown, blue, all that stuff. I don't even really get it. It's the, what's the word, like textile? The way it feels when you press down on the key. Some of them are really quick and clicky and loud. Others are, kind of feel like you're pressed into a piece of meat, like it's a little bit slower. Tactile, that's the word. It's like the sensitivity of the key when you press down on it. Some people want it like really fast and responsive, other people want a little bit of a slower, like it's more enjoyable to type for some people if they have a certain style. But if you're playing games, I think you want to have the red switches for the most part. And if you have a headset and you don't want everybody to hear your clicking, then you want to go with like a silent one. But yeah, look it up. There's like a nice website that has like a big graph that puts them all next to each other so you can compare and, you know, make a decision before you buy one. Yeah, they came out with these things called like Gatoron. There's these new switches, Gatoron switches. I don't know much about those. Around. It's not always about trying to get a competitive advantage, it's more about just trying to get a solid keyboard compared to that dude that's still using his like 1998 office keyboard because he doesn't think it's going to be any different when, you know, a nice mechanical keyboard is absolutely going to make a difference in some games. If you're still rocking like a shitty basic office one, you know, that you haven't cleaned in 10 years. Oh, here we go. Ooh. First thing we find is a body. Let's repair that. No, he's got no ammo, he's stripped. Yeah, he's pretty fresh. Probably those bullets that we heard, or those loud shots we heard coming up, is probably him. Hmm. Long before the flights show up, so some servers are different, so I couldn't tell you. But it's probably, what, like 15 minutes? Like, everybody goes through that phase, especially in the early days, where you like really want to know all the different settings, or you want to know all the different timings for DayZ and how everything works, but I'm in a phase where I don't want to know. I want there to be some mystery to, a little bit of mystery to DayZ at least. Maybe I don't know how long ago that guy died, for example. These buildings suck. Yeah, dude, Anti up 30. Thanks for the 5 gifted sub bomb, man. I hope you're enjoying your stay in the weekend. We got Lone Shack, Thug, there's a White Wraith, Ghost. Thanks all you guys for coming in. especially on Saturday night. We got Nodus as well. Thanks for the 30-month sub. Thanks for all those gifts, Auntie. Ooh, baby, there we go. He's got a bullet in the chamber too. Wait, why is it a long weekend? What is Monday? I forget. Oh yeah, we got a suppressor. Holy crap, I forgot. It's money. Oh, fuck this guy right there. He's not killing that zombie. No, he's not here yet. I feel like he's about to be though. Seemed unarmed, but he could have a pistol in his pocket. Ooh, I should repair this. Weird how he's not here. Seemed like he was going out of his way to come here. I don't think he saw me. Oh, he did kill the zombie. What? Oh. Oh my god, this guy's got a big ass gun out. What the fuck? let's do that. Shit. I see dead bodies down at the mill base too. Question is, do we check this guy for more ammo, or do we try to secure the other kills first? These other guys could be anywhere. Oh my god. Lots of bodies up on that rock. I don't like this, let's go back. Well, this might be our best time to kill him actually, fuck. I just feel so exposed up here. His gun was jammed. Maybe he just killed somebody, or he's running away from somebody over this way. Is that another dead body right there? This place is a freaking war zone, bro. We heard the one guy shooting, then we heard a different gun show up. So it's hard to know if he's dead or not. Thing is, nobody else knows about that first dead body now, because we killed his teammate with the ghillie wrap, so I think we just loot the first guy and leave. Do one little look through this tree line and then go up there and bounce. Alright, let's go. Yeah, it was crazy. I saw one guy, and then a second dude emerged out of the same tree. Those the initial two that were up there. It's a little bit scary at first. That's what it was. So that we saw the freshie creeping around. He crept up to meet up with his friend. I think the friend hooked him up with the guns, probably. Or so many people have died that it was just some random freshie trying to get back to his gun. The rock of death up there. Alright, this place is too easy to get back to, we gotta go. Could be unimaginable treasure. Oh my gosh, he's got some goodies. Nothing crazy, but look kind of good. Wait. Has that guy been looted? Or did I just take the 2 guns that his friend gave him and he didn't have anything else? Yeah, the SK, right, I took the guns, but did he actually have any loot in his inventory that you guys saw when I did the quick drive-by? Oh, there we go. He's got the 308. Fuck yeah. He's got so much crap. Fuck, Skull Mask is ruined. Alright, I wanna go. I wanna get out of here. Doesn't rock, not a chance we're looting that rock. If anybody's watching, they might be watching that rock. And it looks like they've already stripped the bodies up there. It's probably why they died, because they were fucking with the rock. I think we know our loadout is good enough that we don't have to upgrade it anymore right now. Gun behind you. Yep, I dropped that gun. That's my old Blaze. Okay, let's repair that in a little bit. We gotta find a red dot and then I can put that in the SKS. Alright. Let's get out of here. What about the other guy? I don't think we should check him. Is the blaze not that good anymore? It's not that. It's the blaze is damaged, and we just found a pristine Remington Model 700. It's a modded gun. So this might be the only server that I can get it on for a while. So let's try it out. Ah, fuck the pole. We got good enough guns that we should just bounce. Problem is, this place is cool and all, but it's really not too far away from the spawn zone. People can get right back here if they want to. Server restart in 5 minutes. Good. So I gotta take a leak. Let's get to a safe spot and log off a couple minutes early. All this killing is making me anxious. Oh, he looks kind of pissed off. Tell me something, Zombos. What's going on over there? Yeah, another guy on the hill, he looked like a freshie that had a ghillie wrapped gun. So there, like underneath the ghillie could have been any gun. I couldn't really identify it, but other than the gun, he didn't look that geared up, so let's not risk it. Feels like those two have been trying to get the gear from this place for a while, and they finally made it back as freshies, grabbed some guns, almost made it out. They're probably on their way back now, so let's just go. It's always a little bit weird when you see like two freshy looking guys, but they have an SKS, a Remington, and a camoed out gun, like a ghillie gun, you know, so like, something is not adding up. Let's just get out of here. Yeah, let's clean the Glock over here. Eventually I gotta run through a field, let's just do it. Try to get to a little counter sniper spot over here. Yeah, let's clean it up after the reset. I'm good with that. Take a little 5-minute break here. Wait for the reset. Only got 9 shots for the SK though. Can't even reload it. Pretty satisfied with that outcome though. What's this around? We're on Russia 07 right now. And you know what I watched to try to help me sleep last night was 007. I watched The World Is Not Enough. But I wish I would have picked a different one, because man, that movie's solid. It reminds me of my childhood, because I used to watch it as a kid, but it kind of sucks compared to some of the other Bond movies, so I gotta find a good one. Maybe watch it tonight. It reminded me, because I was looking for N64 games, and I obviously have GoldenEye, but I saw that they have 007 World Is Not Enough on N64, and that made me feel really old, because I thought that movie was way newer. And apparently it's, you know, World's not enough, it's not as good as GoldenEye, but I still had to buy it for the N64 just to have it. It was only like 20 bucks. Alright guys, let's log off from this tree. Server restart's coming. Let's take a little 5-minute break here and then we'll get back into it. Yeah, what should I watch? What is like the best Pierce Brosnan movie aside from GoldenEye? What's his second best? I'm trying to think. I like Daniel Craig, but I gotta go old school. I haven't even seen like half of the old ones. I gotta go even older than Pierce Brosnan, because I haven't seen any of those, really. Alright, there's the reset. Not much of a break, but I'll be right back in a few here, guys. Alright, let's get back into it. There could still be somebody alive up on that hill, so let's take it easy for a few minutes here. Wait for all the baddies to get back in. Alright, so you think Die Another Day is your second favorite Bond movie? Yeah, I'm gonna go through and try to watch them all one of these days. Over the course of a couple of months. So, before we do anything, let's do a little bit of self-maintenance here. Do some repairs. Yo, while I was gone, thanks for being patient. We got Celine, or is it DW, One Direction, Disobedience, and Vic Montano. Thanks for the massive resub, dude. We got 73 months, almost 4 years, 27 months, brand new prom sub, whatever it is. Thanks, dudes. Hey Smoke, without bringing the vibe down, just got myself through self-detox and the road to sobriety. You're a great distraction for me during it. Just wanted to acknowledge that you've created an amazing community. Oh, dude, that's great, man. Stick with it. And I'm honored that you can use my stream in a positive way like that, dude. As a healthy distraction, hopefully. It's good to have you, man. And we got Kyle, Harry MF, or is it FMD? Thanks for giving that sub over to Good. Thanks for all the gifts today. Alright. Oh. I just heard something snap in the woods. Zombie seems kind of agitated. Maybe not. Oh yeah, the Glock. Yes, yes. Thank you for helping me take care of this. Might as well fix up the gun too. Yeah, let's hold off on that for now. Oh. Lots of shots right in the middle of Kurznik here. thing is, there's so many bodies up there, and seemingly lower gear guys as well, or lower gear dead bodies, that this is probably just going to be a cesspool of people trying to get back to their stuff. So I wonder if we should just move on instead of giving these guys a chance to get their gear back. I think they're all despawned. Yeah, regardless of that though, the freshies might still be running back here. It's like their mission to come back and see what they can do, you know? And you gotta remember, any dead body, the body is gone, but the gun that's in their hands will stay on the ground. So they still have a chance. Because I didn't loot that other dead body. Yeah, there's not a lot of room to play with here. Not much cover. Yo, it's a flip. Yeah, we're starting on Livonia. We just had the midnight reset, but it's Saturday, so population should be good for at least a few more hours. But if it does die down, we'll swap to a different map. Yeah, it kind of sounds like a pistol. He might be killing zombies. I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of tempting to check out those shots, since we know somebody's at the mill base, but we should probably leave. Let's just do a little peek. Oh. Alright. Those were shooting from the side. Oh, I see one. Oh my god, this guy's got some juice. What fucking gun is that, dude? He's going down to Zapad Lisco. That can't be the only guy though, we heard so many shots. I should probably get off this rooftop. There he is. Ooh, he's slowing down. He might give us a shot here. Fuck. We should probably just try to catch him in Zap instead. Yeah, I saw, well, today some people were stuck at 720p, so I restarted the stream and changed to a different Twitch server. Other than that, nah, no changes. Okay, so let's think. What tree line was he going through? He started at the edge of that wall, hit that tree line. Where is he gonna pop up? Probably more than just him too. There were so many dead bodies back there. It's kind of tempting to get on the other side of the hill. Maybe right up there. This guy could be anywhere. Man, he's geared up enough that he might be skipping this place. But something tells me he's probably checking at least a few buildings. Yeah, he could be stopping to go fishing or cooking some meat, who knows. Yeah, compared to the rest of my outfit, I feel like that's a little bit too bright. Yeah, we're trying to hunt the dude that was leaving the military base. We just don't know if he's showing up in Zap or not. Yeah, he could be long gone. It's just this is a pretty good place to scope out, regardless. Yeah, sometimes you'll hear like one fly whizzing by your ear. It doesn't always mean a dead body. I do hear a chicken. Could be some good bait. I guess we could assume that shot we heard is him and chase after it, but yeah, seemed a little bit more towards the spawn zone, kinda. Yo, Scotch. Thanks for the 9 months, dude. We had Cat, Roid Rage, Cannoli, Pobilla, and Rum Gremlin. Thanks for the resubs and new sub. Gremlin. Yeah, he could be heading to Boric. Yeah, well, Bork is one of my favorite places, but I don't know if we should go there now since we're already so kitted up. Let's just set a goal. I think our main objective is to get more ammo for the SK, maybe get an optic for the SK rail. We got enough snipe ammo, we got like 17 shots for the rifle. We got enough food, but we gotta cook some chicken. Yeah, this is a 308 Remington. Oh, true, armor. Definitely need some body armor, that's the main thing. Alright, well, let's hit a few bunkers on the way out of here. Gotta predict where this guy's going next. Yeah, Particle. The animals will chase after, well, the zombies will chase after certain animals for sure. That guy seemed like maybe an S, or not an SKS, but an M16 in his hands, and maybe a sniper on his back. I couldn't really tell. Yeah, silent what? I'd like to. Ooh, Eagle. I'd like to think that it's a mix of things. Obviously, when you're doing random team ups with voice chat, you can't do that right out the gate. That's an acquired thing. You gotta play a bunch until you're actually comfortable doing that. So sometimes I pull newbies in when they're not really ready for it, and I put a lot of pressure on them. And I also get into situations where it's like, oh, we're trying to go out with a bang at the end of the night before bed, and they're over there like just trying to survive, you know what I mean? So I think it's good and bad. I get people into fun situations, but I may throw their life away because we're trying to have some kind of risky conclusion to the night sometimes, you know? But you gotta be thrown into the fire to get better at the game, I think, so I'm just gonna go with that. They can take it at their own speed when I'm not with them. And I try not to make them too uncomfortable, you know? Alright, let's try to avoid going out in the open, actually. We got everything we need. Let's just play it safe. Try to scope out for this guy. We need to get body armor though. Yo, what's going on, water? It's been good. I can't believe it's already Saturday. Been going through feelings of high energy and then sleepiness. Right now I'm good to go. I've only been on for 3 hours, so we should be on for at least another 5 or so. Nasty, I'm still thinking about it. We might end with some D&D, or I might end with a different map on DayZ, we'll see. There's some new changes to D&D regarding Rogue and the High Roller system. I think your gear score has to be like 225 to get into High Roller now. So that could be kind of interesting. Ooh, nice. A little bit of strawberry jam. Yeah, Ice, part of me wants to go snipe out Borik, but we should probably just settle for Lembork. I'm geared up enough for it. I was thinking we probably don't want to damage the suppressor too bad, unless we have to. You. Get out of the street, come on. Nice. 35 versus 42. Man satchel. Yeah, so Brobus, I don't really get eye strain. I think I do have my monitor set so it has less blue light or less brightness or something. I don't know what it is. And I also sit at least like an arm length away from my monitor, and I always play with the lights on. So yeah, I really don't think my eyes get tired. If my eyes are getting tired, it's because I've been awake too long. Alive in DayZ too long sometimes. Just been alive too long. My eyes need a rest. Also, I don't know if I can be caught wearing those gunners. Those high-tier gaming goggles while I'm playing. I'm already considering the gamer sleeve. I can't be caught with the gunners on with the sleeve. Gamer sleeve. Think of it like wearing one of those slick Under Armour sleeves, and you're playing on a super hard mouse pad, like a slick glass almost mouse pad. Some people do that. I still haven't tried it fully, but some people say it leads to more precision. Also, if it's a really hot day and your skin is like a little bit sweaty or whatever, you get more consistent feel if you have a pad on top of or if you have a sleeve touching a pad instead of your skin touching a pad, you know. It turns different temperatures and stuff as you play. I don't know, I read into it, I watched this YouTube video. It's cool, it's interesting, but it's definitely not for everybody. Yeah, the 22 does have a mag. I think the one that I considered Jaeger, actually ordered it, it was Pulsar on Amazon. They have different sizes for the sleeve. That way it doesn't have to go all the way up your bicep. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh, I used to work a job where you had to dress up or have an outfit, but yeah, my gamer wetsuit, no thanks. Unless we're going to some kind of virtual reality thing and you have to have a specific suit, I bet that's going to be in the future. That's all they need to do. Merge open world survival games with VR. So a lot of the unhealthy gamers have to actually like walk in place at least or get some exercise in while they're trying to survive in the survival game. It'd be like working out and playing video games at the same time. If they can just combine that, dude, everybody's health is gonna be better. Let's get the workout survival game. It's called going outside. Yeah, but going for a walk around the block isn't nearly as fun as playing DayZ. It's called being able to play a video game for hours and still getting some exercise. I don't know, I think it sounds good. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't be like sprinting all the time though, maybe you just have to walk. Nah, Rick, HUD has nothing to do with that, dude. You can just toggle on and off anytime you want with teal day. So actually in the settings there was a bug, so you want to have it turned on and then toggle it off if you want to, instead of having it turned off in the settings. Oh. That's not good. I think the other one ran off. Yeah, at least we got some food in the house. Oh, did you guys hear about what's coming in the new update? There's going to be at least a chance that you get sick from eating wolves and bears. So we're all wondering how we should feel about that coming soon. And they have a new official wolf headdress coming to the game too. What are we doing? Let's repair this and repair that pistol suppressor. You can cure it though somehow. Right, I'm thinking people are gonna get the right meds and know how to cure it and then abuse the fact that they can just eat the meat and pop the pill right after, but we'll see. Right, there's something about that in real life where it makes some sense, huh? Especially preparing bear meat. Oops. Ooh. Yeah, well, we do have to cook up this meat eventually. Maybe I should cook it here. Nah, it's probably too exposed out in the open. What is your favorite weapon to find when starting a new life? I mean, historically, throughout all the different stages of DayZ and all my different skill levels, I'd say the double barrel shotgun. We used to call it the equalizer. Whether you're a newbie, or your opponent's really geared up and you're not, or you're in a really laggy server where everyone's ping is different, the double barrel shotgun is your best friend. And you can find it early so you can get a lot of practice with it, and you can use it late game. But it don't mean shit if you get bombed. Whatever map. It's not because of the knowledge, right? It's about the experience. It's to show off to you guys where we're at. So we're in between Zapodlisko and Lemborg. Drop the rod. I'd rather have the means to get infinite food rather than temporary food. But we got the rope, so we can afford to do it. What's the range of the gas bomb? Usually it's the perimeter of the city. So just right outside the town walls. It's probably where the gas is going to end. So we still have infinite food because we have the rope and we have a good fishing hook. Bones. You just gotta remember that bones means survival. If something really bad happens, okay, you can either make a knife out of 2 bones or you can make a fishing hook and you can survive. So, best thing you can have is 2 bones, maybe 3 bones, ideally. That way you can make a knife and a fishing hook. So we don't need that stuff, but it's just good to live by that if you have the option of carrying a couple of bones. Carrying around, like, you know, a stack of 10 might be a little bit heavy. You don't always need that much. But you can do cool stuff like just carry 1 knife and 1 sharpening stone. But what if something gets ruined, you know? Somebody says the population dying as it gets later. I think it's still good, but let me pull it up on the side screen here. So we're still full with a queue, but if it gets lower, we're going to swap to a different map later. Holy shit, dude. Sir Enoch, thanks for the mega hookup with the gifted sub bomb, dude. You've hooked up over 100 people with gifted subs throughout the years, dude. And we got Memph, is it Nee, Pico, Urso, Mark, we got Fake Supreme, and Scotch. Thanks again for the massive resubs. Alright, we gotta figure out how to get towards Lemborg. I think it's this way. Ah, yes. I think we died around here the other night. Yeah, Wraith, I think we're gonna make it a rule to try to do DayZ all night, but if the servers start emptying out, we're gonna swap to some D&D. I don't know, I'm feeling it and I'm not feeling it at the same time. They did like a nerf to the rogue and then they did a revert, but then they still kind of nerfed him, which isn't really what I'm worried about. We're still gonna have fun with the game. I just gotta get back in the mood for it. I think I spoiled myself by getting that treasure chest too early, because that's usually my goal, is to just get the golden chest so I can hold 10k. And then set myself to do other stuff, but man, I already got it. We gotta go for a second one because we're already halfway there. It's something about the PvP. Like, some nights I want to do the boss hunts and stuff, but I also want to get good fights with players. And sometimes late at night, the lobbies feel like they're either a little bit more on the dead side, or they're players that would rather just farm AP or hold W at you, rather than get into like interesting fights. So I just gotta play a little bit earlier in the day, I think. When all the normals are on. Normal players, you know. Oh, nice. Ooh, we could probably put that in the SKS rail. Could do. Zane, it depends, man. I know exactly what you're saying. You gotta know, or you gotta realize for me, though, that I used to play thousands of hours solo, and then I used to play thousands of hours before the solo stuff with friends in Discord, you know, constantly trying to meet up with each other and stuff. So I've kind of like done a mix of everything, but to truly get the most out of the game, difficulty-wise, survival-wise, intensity-wise, I think it's the solo with the random team-ups. Because you know, it's almost like in a movie where, you know, the main character meets another character and you don't really know what's going to happen, and holy shit, you start to really like this person, they're a good teammate, and then they die, and it's like the range of emotions you go through with random people is so good compared to just being like, hey, this is my buddy Joe, we're going to be in Discord all day, oh, Joe just died, I'm going to go get his gun and bring it to him. Like, it's just it's fun, but it's a different game, you know? So like, I would never want to rule out the random team-ups, even if we get up to 4 people some days. But I understand that, you know, my favorite thing back in the day is that I'm in control. If somebody is like being really fucking annoying, we don't have to let them be in our bubble, so they're not chirping your ear off all day, because I know you guys are listening and watching, you know, and I don't want to put you through that shit. But you can't please everybody, you know. One dude that's just being nice, he's super talkative, one person loves him, the next person thinks he's annoying as fuck, and I'm not always going to be that guy that's just like, oh, this guy's annoying, bang, and fucking betray my buddy, you know. Like, I gotta be kind of reasonable, give people a chance, you know. Like, we can't just be shooting them because somebody in chat says they're annoying, you know what I mean? But anyway, what I'm trying to say is I get the most out of the game with the random team-ups, so we try to do a mix of everything now. Oh shit, that's right up ahead. Oh yeah, but I want to say that I know what I mean. I know how it goes though. Sometimes I'm watching a stream and I'm in a certain mood where like maybe I'm a second away, you know, I'm one bad moment away from a headache or whatever, and you don't want to listen to somebody's stream where they got 4 randoms in their group and everybody's talking a lot and like, yeah, the stream's just not for you that day, you know, it's just how it is. Like, sometimes I'll love the streamer, but maybe I don't love that person that they're playing with, so I just gotta go watch something else, you know what I mean? But if we ever get to the point where we're in a 4-man group and there's just too many comms going back and forth, I usually try to straighten it out somehow, try to calm everybody down, hopefully. You don't need a mount for the scope, so you do for this one. That's the ACOG. But the thing is, I got the rail. I can just put that right on, mount the ACOG to it. We can even put a little baby red dot on top of that flat surface there. But this is damaged. It's going to show the cracks, and we already got a snipe, so let's just keep the SK as our close range gun. Ooh, SK ammo. That's all we needed. Yeah, Oracle, it's a little bit of a bummer that that guy didn't at least go unconscious, but it's all good. I should have played the distance with that, what is it, the Car 98. Gotta try to get that thing back. Noise. Somebody was shooting over here by Limbork, I think. Door shut. Zombies seem pretty chill for gunshots, though. I don't know, what direction were those shots? Was it far left of Limbork or right in the middle of it? We went a little bit closer to Carlin this way. And every once in a while it'd be so cool to see like a hunting rifle on a sling hanging over the zombies back there, so you had like incentive to go down and kill all the zombies and claim it. But I guess you would just fire a shot and bait them out, it'd be too easy. Maybe there could be something to that in the future though, like you have to go in because the zombie's inside of a certain room or something. It almost looked like a gun on his back there. Well, let's come back here later. God, kind of look like a body for a second there. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention it, but we got a grenade as well. If we find a tripwire, I could make a trap. Bluestein, I usually try to progress, try to hit each spot in order almost until I get down to Nadbor, and then we start looking for convoys to the bunker mission. So we might get there, we might not, we'll see. Ooh. Runner zombie. Yeah, I feel there's a new horse mod out, and some of the Bitterroot servers are testing it, or using it rather. I don't know if it's really in test phase anymore. I'm not dissing the YouTube race at all, by the way, when I say this, but it's gotta be like kind of funny right now, because I'm sure there's some people that feel a little bit pressured to be like the first to find a horse and like get a really sick horse run going, and then post a video on YouTube to be like, yo, how I found the sickest horse in DayZ. But and they're like, they get the saddle and then they see the horse and then they get fucking shot, and then they gotta find the horse again. Like, I imagine it's a race right now for a lot of people, but I don't know if we're gonna find one. I think one of the servers for Bitterroot has it and the other one doesn't or something, so we might see it, we might not. Okay, I got space for that. Oh, fuck. Oh! No! Oh my god, dude. We're fucking dead. You have to be kidding me. You have to be fucking kidding me, dude. Holy crap. Oh my god, we're alive. Is there something to it, like if I wait too long to bandage that, it would give me the toxic illness, or am I good? It's like 20 seconds of being in there, you get the illness, right? Or is it a little bit shorter than that? Holy crap. Out of all the times we play, man, it rarely happens, so I'm glad it does at least here and there. Rarely drops hard in my head, I mean. Man, but to lose this character to that would have been rough. It'd be pretty rough to, I mean, you'd have to be pretty unaware of the talent to be lost in it for a full 25 seconds, though. You usually got a pretty good chance to run to the edge, I guess. Unless you don't have any fast band-aids. Tetra up just in case. Oh, just to be safe. I only have 2 Tetra, though. I'll do a vitamin. Could have scared somebody else out too. You say you swear when the server marks you for bombing, it keeps coming. I've gotten 3 talents in a row before. Dude, I almost don't think it marks you as a player, but I think it sometimes chooses a path where it feels like it's marking you because you go, let's say you're heading from the spawn town side towards the farthest military base side, and you're hitting like the 3 juiciest places in a row. I think the server sometimes decides like, oh, we're gonna hit Lemborg, Radunin, and then Nadbor in a row, back to back, you know, and those are like your next 3 options, so. I'm not sure, does it target players or does it have a specific path or sequence of bombings that it does? Or is it just totally random and we've had some bad luck? It gets triggered when players approach? Really? Sure about that? Because I thought it was meant to, it's like they're bombing the zombies to exterminate the virus and stuff. Alright, I think we already checked this on the way in. No, you would have to have a gas mask on, not just a normal mask for that type of gas. You know, normal mask on Namalsk, that's going to prevent frostbite. On this map, you know, having a mask on is good to maybe avoid illness if your teammate is coughing next to you, but that's about it. It's not going to help the toxic gas. Oh yeah, absolutely. Full NBC for the gas zones. That's the thing. If you're gonna use the gas wisely and make it block off like the highest tier military loot, you can't just allow them to go with nothing but a mask. But there is something to be said about it. It sounds a little bit more fun to me to have like a low tier zone that you only need a mask for, and then you gradually have to build up to the full suit to get to the best zone, but unfortunately it's not like that right now. At least not on this server. Ooh, AK mag. Canned food. Oh, do I still have canned food? Oh, it's cat food. It's gonna take me a little bit to down it. Yeah, Livonia tends to have a pretty good pop, especially on the weekend. Alright, hold on. Maybe we could scope out Limborg one last time. Seems partially gassed. Good, so the bunker is at like the very end of the map, and I also need to find a special key card or punch card to get access to it. So we have to get lucky and find a random military convoy, kill the chief zombie, and then hope that zombie drops the key card. So it's not going to be guaranteed tonight, but we might be able to do it. And then on top of that, you need a teammate to press the water valve if you want to see the whole bunker. So we'd have to make a friend. What do you think is a rare set in the game? I mean, just firing something up quick, I'd say night vision goggles. But depends on the server, I guess. Depends on what style of DayZ you're playing. Or it's really just when you want them, you don't find them. And then when you're playing on a server that reduces the nighttime or reduces the darkness, that's when you find them. It's usually how it goes. You play on a server that has pitch black nights that last for 2 hours, never find them. You know, it'd be sweet if you did though. Sometimes you do. How do you find private servers? Just try to join some community servers that you hear through the grapevine might have a good, you know, good admin support or just active communities. And the active community tends to maybe be able to ban cheaters faster than the official system does. So you can either play on official servers, basically servers from the devs that do the Steam anti-cheat, or play in community servers that you got the anti-cheat, but you also have admins that might already catch them and ban them that day, you know. Yeah, good Joe, don't worry about it. The guy you're talking about the other day, he likes to make new accounts and talk about himself in chat a few days later, so don't put the magnifying glass on yourself, you know what I'm saying? Don't give that guy any airtime. I gave him too much. Holy fuck, white armband. Shit, we do not want to be out in the open after making all this noise. We learned that lesson the other day again. And if he's got a white armband though, he's got to have a friend. He looked uncon? Oh crap, I thought I killed him, but you're right, maybe he only went uncon. No, I think he died. But you guys are planting those seeds again, so I don't know, you might be right. I think he's dead though. Shit. Yeah, let's try that tree line. Could act like we're coming to help him. Yeah, if we're trying to desperately get a friend for the bunker mission, we could try to pull some shit on him. I mean, dude, that's worse than stealing, like, come on, dude. That's like high school people talking about somebody stealing somebody's girl. You just want me to swoop in and steal somebody's teammate real quick for the bunker mission after I just slaughtered his boy? Nah, I'm gonna feel like a slime ball the whole time, dude. Anyway, we have a snipe, so let's not do that. I don't want to risk it. Like, oh, I heard some shots. Oh, is your teammate okay? He might just be wearing the armband for fun. Might be nobody down here. Or his buddy isn't on tonight. It's kind of sad, he's playing without his buddy. His buddy's not on tonight, but he keeps on the armband. Even though it's a bright white one. Ooh, ooh, ooh. What is this guy up to? I think that's only a BK-18 in his hands. He might have caught wind of something dangerous. Alright, how far do we think that is? 400 away? Ooh, I see like 2 or 3. Oh, dude, 3 guys! Fuck. How far away do we think this is? I'm thinking 400. Alright, fuck that guy. He's not that armed. This guy, M16. This guy. Kind of bulky looking. I think that middle guy might be our target. He kind of gave us a little one there. We're approaching the 300 range. Oh yeah, do those binos again. Do it. What? That was the quickest bino usage ever. Oh my god, this guy is a little... Dude, he uses the binos for 0.2 seconds. It's a bear. Oh my god, dude, that fucking bear is gonna come kill us. Alright, let's not be a fucking hero here. This guy's considering doing his little bino thing again. I swear to god, this guy uses his binos so fast, it's like he's specifically doing it to bait out a shot. He's like a little, like, strategist zoomer type guy. He's not like doing it to fucking spot people, he's doing it to like hope you shoot, I think. These guys are gonna run right into the bear. Oh, it's a little bit low. Ooh, I was right behind him. Fuck it, we gotta go. Where's the third? I think he split off. So these guys might be in Discord, so they split up from each other, or they got radios or something. Because yeah, those three split up quick. Alright, let's hope they run right into the bear. Maybe we'll hear a bunch of shots from them killing the bear. Oh, I hear him over there. Alright, so they're probably gonna assume that I'm somewhere near Carlin. I mean, it's not a bad tactic. Like, you recognize he's about to commit to a locked-in bino animation, so you're like you're thinking, oh, I'm definitely gonna shoot if he gives me that opportunity again. It's a good strat if you're trying to bait out a shot, or he's just extremely ballsy, I guess. Yeah, some people just love the binos. They try to use them any chance they can, I guess. After getting sniped at, though, eh. Alright, we might accidentally stumble upon this bear. Might not have a scope. Yeah, the way they all fell back makes me think that, yeah, maybe they don't have scopes. The way they fell back and then started pushing. We may have seen 2 BKs and 1 M16, so yeah, no scope. was hoping I would have heard them deal with the bear. Oh, there's the bear on the left. Campfire baits are pretty effective on the mollusk. This map, they might not even see it out here in the woods. Also, sometimes making a fire right around gunshots is a little bit too obvious a bait. True. Good reminder that we do have a frag grenade. At one point I kinda had a good track on what they were probably gonna do, but now I've lost that. I'm too focused on this bear. I think it's right to our left. Yeah, Rock, I already got trolled by one of those fake Battle State accounts on Twitter. I opened the phone. Oh, here we go. I thought they already did the wipe, but yeah, we might check it out later this month. Here we go. These are probably the guys. Ooh, actually those shots could bait the bear over. Bingo. How far do you think? 200, aim right at his head. Whoa, did I see blood come out of that bush? Whoa. Is he running now? Did one of his boys just get silent sniped? What? It just... Is he lagging? It just froze. I mean, dude, I think we had this guy dead regardless of the lag. I'm putting another one in him. That's fucking bullshit timing!